We have the Marias on the line with us today. How are you guys? I'm so excited about this.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. You guys have been doing so much recently. I've been seeing that you guys are booked for Coachella and rocking Lollapalooza all over Latin America. I wanted to ask, how has been playing these huge shows in Spanish-speaking countries been? How has it been for you guys, the experience?
It was a long time coming, for sure. I mean, this is our first time in Latin America. We've done the Caribbean and Mexico, but yeah, this is our first time in a lot of these countries that, I think fans have been begging for us to come here. And so it's really, really special. It feels like home. Like every place that we go to, I'm like, oh, this feels like I'm in Puerto Rico. Like it just feels like home.
You mentioned that the fans have been begging you, and they really have been. The fan base is really dedicated. They've been really, really excited about these performances. I've seen so many videos, like in Chile, that they were going crazy over, because the Marias as a project, from what I understand, is so important in like the Hispanic diaspora. And you guys have songs written in Spanish and English. And I'm curious, how does the writing process in different languages kind of vary? Like, do you think about different things for subject matter? Like, do you have different like phonetic things that you think about?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up speaking both languages pretty equally. My first language was Spanish, but I quickly learned English in elementary school. So and kind of like going between the cultures as well and listening to music in both English and Spanish growing up. And, so it comes really natural like to me to write in both English and Spanish. And so when we're working on a song, I'm not like, okay, this song is going to be in English or this song is going to be in Spanish. It just kind of like comes out in the language that it wants to come out. Primarily, I mean, in English, but sometimes it'll just come out in Spanish, depending on like, I think the vibe of the song and kind of how I'm feeling that day. But it's all subconscious pretty much.
And speaking of, you know, songs in Spanish, you guys have recently done a collaboration with Selena Gomez. So iconic. And I just wanted to hear a little bit about, like, a little bit behind that collaboration, because I understand that it's also a homage to Jeanette, and it's, that's a really important song to the Spanish speaking community. So I wanted to hear a little bit about that.
Definitely. I mean, from the beginning of the Marias, fans have been like, please cover Jeanette, please cover Jeanette. Or Maria's voice reminds me of Jeanette, the vibe reminds me of Jeanette. So we've been hearing it from the very beginning of like fans wanting a cover or it's something related to Jeanette. And so when Benny and Selena reached out to, do a version of that song, it was like a no-brainer because I feel like it's just a beautiful song, but also just kind of like to give back to our fans who have been asking for it for so long.
Maria's been asking me for years, honestly, to make a Ojos Tristes beat.
Yeah.
Or like just to redo the production so we can do a cover of it. And I've always been in the back of my mind of something that we've wanted to do. And then when Benny reached out to us, he was like, so we want to do this cover of Muchacho de los Ojos Tristes. And I was like, oh, no way. Like
it took Benny. It took Benny.
Yeah, it took Benny. Benny finally cracked the code and got me to do it.
That is so perfect. I love when things line up like that. I wanted to kick back off with telling you that Triple J and Australia love the Marias so much. I wanted to ask, did you see the Wallows cover your song No One Noticed on the Triple J Like a version? And I want to know, what did you think about it?
I loved it. I got chills. I got teary-eyed because I was like, this sounds so good. And they're our friends. And just, I felt so honored that they chose our song to cover. I thought it was great.
It came as a surprise. I think Josh was the only one who knew.
I knew.
Jesse knew about it.
Yeah, Blake, the bass player, is my roommate, one of my best friends. We live together.
Oh my gosh!
So, like, by the way, when we go to Triple J in Australia, I think we're going to cover No One Noticed. I was like, no way! Oh my god, I can't wait to see that.
They did such a good job. And that little interview that they did after, they were like completely gushing about you guys. They were like, we're in the same circles, we're friends, like blah, blah, blah. It was so cute. And when are the Marias gonna come do like a version? When are you guys gonna come?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. We'll come soon. We'll come
Okay.
soon.
I've been taking a lot of long flights recently. It's like we need a little break.
That's so fair. But Australia is itching for you guys, and it's not just the Aussies, because the Aussies have been really, really loving that cover, but it's the whole fan base that you guys have that are so dedicated. I did a deep dive in the forums, and they were making theories from all the teasers that you guys put out, putting all the clues together. I saw a post that was like, congratulations to the people who figured out like the white era and all that stuff. So they're so cute. And the fan base is absolutely losing it because you've put out 2 new singles, including a surprise B-side track. You've been teasing Back to Me mercilessly since you opened for Billie Eilish last year. So I reckon the fans are really buzzed that it's out in full. I wanted to know a little bit about the decision to release a B-side along with Back to Me. Was it because it was sonically similar, or was it kind of like an extra treat because the fans have been working so hard?
I think it was just kind of a random thought one day. And I think it was, because we had been teasing Back to Me for so long. Like most fans or like, who really follow us have heard the whole song pretty much from like clips online from the Billie Eilish shows. And, I've like been teasing the audio. So I'm like, what can we give them like that they haven't heard? That it can be like a really nice surprise. But I feel like also conceptually they go together. So the B-side Nobody Knew was written first. So that was written like right after Submarine was done, after we finished writing it. And it's kind of, the phase in the relationship or the phase of a breakup where your mind is saying like, no, like I'm not going to move on to anybody else. Please don't move on to anybody else. There's nobody like you. There's nobody new in my life. And then Back to Me, that was written a couple of months later, was like, oh shit, you found somebody new. What do I do now?
I love that. They're like sister tracks, like Folkmore and
Yeah.
Evermore, like sister albums. I love that. I've tried to be like a chill girl about it, but I can't express how excited I am to be talking to you guys because I'm genuinely such a big fan. And personally, I discovered you guys during lockdown, and let me set the scene. I'm 16 years old. It's lockdown. I'm playing Minecraft with a random stranger on the internet. They're like, let me make you a playlist. Care for You is on the playlist. My life has changed forever. So I really love you guys. I'm so excited that you're here talking to me. I'm actually genuinely so geeked. Enough about me.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And back to your new tracks. Nobody Knew, of course, came out as a surprise to us fans, but we've had more time with the other track, Back to Me, because of the teasers and the live show clips. And one of the lines in the bridge that stuck out to me, even before the full song was out, is "Meet Me in Montauk," and if I'm not mistaken, is a reference to the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If so, it seems like movies and visuals are really important to the storytelling and aesthetic aspect of the Marias. And of course, you have an album called Cinema. Could you tell me a little bit about your visual influences and how do those translate into your music and reflect your project?
I mean, for me, like the music and the visuals go hand in hand. Like when we're working on music, like I'll see a color, or I'll see the visuals, or I'll see like the world inside my mind. So it kind of goes like hand in hand. And I thought that I was going to end up somewhere in like the film world more than the music world when I was growing up. And I was just a big movie. Yeah, watched a lot of movies, and one of those including Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And I like how, the desperation of Back to Me, how I'm saying like, please, like, come back to me, like, let this person go and come back to me, like that, this desperation. I feel like, when you're in that place, all you want to do is forget all of your memories and start new. And so that's kind of why I included that line, Meet Me in Montauk.
Do you guys have any movies? Like, what are your favorite movies? I want to know.
One of my favorite is Garden State.
Mm-hmm.
Paris, Texas for me is always the one that I think pulls on the heartstrings the most.
I have a list.
Have you guys seen Severance?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
do we love it?
Severance is
Yes.
kind of scary, right?
Yeah. She.
I
it's not
don't
Maria-
think scary.
There's
Oh.
things that are and are not Maria proof, and Severance is not Maria proof.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I'll have to have them like screen a movie for me or screen a show if it's Maria proof because I can't do anything scary or disturbing.
Marie and I like Pixar movies.
Oh,
That's our speed.
I understand.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what's the best Pixar movie?
Inside Out.
Inside Out's really good. I like Ratatouille.
The soundtrack to Ratatouille is so good. It's so good. It's so French. I love it. Tangent, sorry. Thank you so much for having a chat with me here on Prism. We're going to spin the very highly awaited track Back to Me on Prism, and you're listening to Triple J.